still talk to him slow. I turn her up to a pack. Your best friend told her she better get back. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video today. If y'all new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like, subscribe like always. We very much appreciate it. But today, we got to talk about combat sports because UFC just had their first pay-per-view event of the year, and it was a pretty good one. So let's go ahead and talk about UFC 311. We had two title fights, the co-main event and the main event. Let's go ahead and talk about the main event, or the co-main event, my fault, which was Merab taking on Umar. Now, let's get a little backstory before we actually talk about the fight. Basically, Merab is a champion. Umar is a guy trying to take the belt from him. Umar fights in the camp with Khabib and Islam. You know how they're different over there, right? But Merab, he's a champion because he beat Sugar Sean O'Malley to take the belt from him. And it was a good performance that night. You know, a lot of people are going to say it was boring, but he had a game plan and he stuck with it, and he was able to get the win and took the belt from Sean. But in terms of this fight, like I was thinking about, this fight, it could be 50-50. You know why? Because I feel like Merab is a great wrestler. Umar is a great wrestler. Both really good wrestlers. So I was like, it might just go down on like who's a more better all-around fighter, right? Who can have hands and wrestle at the same time. And for me, I just felt like, since Umar was fighting with, Khabib's camp, he's with Khabib and he's with Islam, some of the best wrestlers ever. You know what I mean? I don't think he'll be able to get out wrestled by anybody, right? And let me just say, I was kind of surprised on how the fight went. But Merab, if y'all don't know who Merab is, this dude is just a monster. You know what I mean? Great fighter. He's not like the best at striking. He's obviously better at grappling and stuff like that. But his main asset is his gas tank. Bro is able to put the pressure on you for all 5 rounds. He did that to Sugar Sean O'Malley, and O'Malley couldn't do nothing about it. And he did the same exact thing to Umar. But yeah, that's his whole game plan. He loves to put the pressure on you, and he can do it for all 5 rounds. He does not get tired. So it's always difficult to fight fighters like that, because it's like, how do we stop this guy from coming to from going 100% every single time, right? And I think that's what Umar struggled on. The actual fight between Umar and Merab, right? So let's see. It was very close. It was a close fight. I think some of the judges were giving it 2 rounds. 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds were for Umar. So he was starting strong, right? But then Merab started picking up a little bit. You know what I mean? Wrestling more. He was balancing out his attacks. I think what a big thing that happened in the fight was, I think Umar got tired. I think he got a little gassed out, you know what I mean? I think even Joe Rogan and DC were talking about how they think he was getting tired too, because you could just see his body language. Like, it looked like in throughout the third and the fifth, he looked a little bit more tired than Merab. Obviously, Merab doesn't ever look tired. The dude can go on forever. But Umar, it just looked like he was, I don't know if he was defeated mentally, but that dude was pretty damn tired. And let me tell you, it was shown, because after that, Merab was able to take down Umar like multiple times. And if y'all don't know about Umar has not been taken down in his professional career ever, right? So this is something different we never seen. But Merab was the one to take him down, and it wasn't even one time. It was multiple times that he was able to take him down. And let me just say, bro, I think 4th and 5th round, it was just complete dominance from Merab, I think. To the point where Merab was low-key, I don't even want to say, but low-key embarrassing Umar, you know what I mean? Which is very surprising to me. I'm like, bro, he is, because if y'all watch the fight, you know what I'm talking about, because Merab would take him down, or bro would just mock him, keep mocking him, and it's just kind of crazy because Khabib is right there in his corner watching all this happen. So it's like, there's no way this guy is doing this right now, you know what I mean? But Merab had so much confidence. This dude was taking him down, and it just start clapping his face or waving his hands in front of him. Like the dude already knew he won, you know what I mean? So it was crazy to watch, but it was pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie. Merab was just in that zone. He was just going crazy, bro, and Umar had no answer for it. And yeah, I knew as soon as the fight ended who won, you know what I mean? I think everybody knew who won. But Merab, man, he has this game plan, and he's able to stick through it and win the fights like that, bro. And I know it's so difficult to go against somebody like that. But man, what a performance by Merab, and he won the fight. He definitely deserved it, and still, he is the champion. For the main event, obviously, there's a story behind it if y'all don't know. It was mainly supposed to be Islam versus Arman. I don't know. I really don't know really what happened. I think it was the morning of the weigh-in, or maybe the night before. Armin was literally like, "Yo, I can't fight no more. He has his back problem, or I think he got injured somewhere, something to do with his back, but he wasn't able to fight no more." And then I guess Islam was like, "Okay, I don't care, bro." He was like, "I don't care. Just give me somebody. I don't care who it is, and I still want to fight." You know what I mean? So they got Renato Moicano, the guy who was originally fighting on the card too, but obviously he wasn't the main event. He got the call up like, "Hey, you want to fight Islam for the belt?" He said, "Yeah, let's do it." You know what I mean? So, you know how he says money time. That's what he was thinking of, right? So now he's gonna be fighting for the title, and now the new fight is gonna be Islam versus Renato. Now this new fight was gonna be interesting because obviously Renato Moicano, he's gonna be the crazy underdog in this, but it's just, what if it's like that what if, you know what I mean? What if he beats Islam, which I think Islam is the best fighter in the world. What if he beats him? That would be ridiculous, right? But it's like, to me, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Islam was gonna beat him easily. Y'all can go back to, what my predictions were. I definitely said Islam was gonna beat him easy. But I was like, what, it could be interesting if, Renato makes it a little bit more hard of a fight, which it could have been, because, Islam, his whole fight camp, he was training to fight one specific guy, which was Armin. And Armin, if y'all don't know, Armin is a good wrestler and stuff like that. He really doesn't have any stand-up game. He's more of a wrestler. But yeah, so I feel like Islam was, in his training camp, focusing more on that until Armin wasn't able to fight. So now it's like, okay, now this is a new guy. I'm not really sure if he was even able to watch film for Renato Moicano. Like I said, it would have been a crazy what if, because it would be funny, because I remember watching the press conferences this past week, and Renato Moicano, that dude is so funny when he's on the mic. That guy, obviously he's Brazilian, so his English is not his first language, so his accent is funny, and the way he has so much confidence in himself, it's amazing, and it's so funny to watch. Just watching him on the mic was super funny. So you could just imagine how he would be on a post-fight interview if he would have beat Islam. It would have been so funny. But in the actual fight, that was not the case at all. Like I said, Islam was able to beat him pretty easily. I mean, just went in there, did his thing, choked him out, and that was it. I think it was in the first round. I forgot what time it was when he did it, but it was in the first round. There's this thing that happened in the fight, which I was kind of not scared, but I was like, oh crap, this might be, the what if. And that was when I think Ronaldo hit him with a punch and Islam went down, but I think he slipped. I don't know, but he definitely went down, and I don't know if he was hurt. They saying he slipped, but he did get hit and he went down. So I'm like, at that moment I was like, oh, this fight might take a turn. But Islam wasn't having none of it. He did what he did, and he choked him out. So that was it. But Islam just showing again that he's the best fighter in the world. And now Dana White even said it himself, that he's in the pound for pound best fighter in the world. Finally, he started with the John Jones glaze. And look, I'm a John Jones guy. I love John Jones too. But as of right now, I think it's definitely Islam. And Islam was ready to tell everybody in the arena how good he was, man. Like in that post-fight interview, he was telling everybody he don't care who it is. He's taking everybody out. You know what I mean? So I like that mentality he has. And his corner, too, is crazy. I mean, I don't think if he keeps fighting, bro, I don't think he's going to lose for a while, because he's such a balanced fighter, all-around fighter. But I think he has better striking than Khabib. Great wrestling, just like Khabib. You know what I mean? So it's like, and he has Khabib in his corner. So it's like, who's really going to stop him, Now, since he won this fight, what can he do next? You know what I mean? There's a few fights out there, I guess you could say. My personal fight I want to see is two of them, okay? The main one is him going up against Ilia Topuria, okay? Now, obviously that fight might be a little shaky with the weight classes and stuff, because they don't fight the same weight class. But that fight will be amazing. Another fight is, and I know Islam doesn't want to have this fight, even though he doesn't really care, but I just need to see a rematch between him and Charles Oliveira, because I don't know, man. I just felt like Charles is just, in that first fight, because obviously they fought already. I don't know, man. I just think Charles definitely just stunk up that performance. But then again, I feel like Islam just made him look easy, because I don't know, man. I'm just low biased because Charles is my favorite fighter, and I feel like he needs to get back. Okay, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying he would win. I still think Islam might beat him, but I just need to see that get back between Charles and Islam. Those are the 2 fights I want to see. In terms of Merab, who can he fight now? I mean, anybody, literally. I think he beats a lot of people in the UFC. I think he's gonna be a champion for a while. So whoever he fights, I'm gonna be there and watch it because his performance last night was amazing, and that dude deserves everything he got, honestly. All right, but other than that, I really got nothing else to say. I just want to come on here and talk about UFC 311 just for a little bit. Like I said, Merab won the co-main event. Islam won the main event. I appreciate the love y'all give me. Like always, if y'all like the content, please make sure to subscribe like always. But other than that, I'll see y'all in the next one.